U.S. jobless benefits rose to their highest level in more than a year, but remain at relatively low levels. Are you kidding me? Unemployment rate is at 3.5%. But if you see the headlines, unemployment rates rise. Okay, they went from 3.4 to 3.5. Job market is softening. There's no question about that. But our feckless Fed chair, Jerome Powell, in his moronic, boneheaded behavior, is trying to drive unemployment up because he flooded the economy with so much liquid cash and drove up inflation. Yes, I said it. I don't care that he's head of the Fed chair. He's a bonehead, and he's trying to fix a flood by sticking his finger in the hole in the wall. It didn't work for the little Dutch boy. It won't work for him. Some of you are going to have to go look up that reference, you youngsters. But, again, the Fed is trying to drive up rates. They are driving up rates. They're trying to drive up the cost of borrowing. They're trying to get companies to lay off people, and it's happening. However, the economy added 236,000 jobs in March. And unemployment, again, bumped up from 3.4 to 3.5%. Now, this is a good sign for inflation, what I'm about to tell you. Because as I've said on the show before, let me just give you this real quick and set this tone here, okay? The number one driver of the stubborn inflation is wage pressures. What that simply means is when salaries are higher and hourly wages are higher, these companies don't just take one for the team. They pass the cost on to you. You're seeing it in your grocery bill. You're seeing it at restaurants and all kinds of things. Restaurants have to pay people more, so now you're noticing these little sneaky fees they're putting on your restaurant bill. Let me tell you something, folks. I call the manager over and go, "Hey, Sparky, what's this fee? You didn't tell me about this when I came in tonight." It's happening. So these companies, when you get paid more, we all go, "Oh, I'm making more money. Woo!" And then you realize your grocery bill is more. So, all these snowflakes who don't understand capitalism go, "We should get more money. You should pay me way more per hour." And then they go, "Everything is so expensive." I know, because you don't understand economics, because your teacher tried to teach you, and then the school board probably pulled it out because it was just too heavy. Well, I'm fired up today, boy. Boy, oh boy. All right, anyway, average hourly wages were only up 4.2% in March, and they were up 4.6% in February. So what we're seeing is year over year, you're starting to see the rate drop a little bit. So we are seeing hourly wages drop. But again, the same people that are griping about expenses are going to go, "That's unfair." More on this in a second. Well, let's give it to you now. So what do we do? What do you, the people, do? Because now the Fed staff is saying, their economists are saying, we think we're headed into a mild recession in the third or fourth quarter. Now, some of you don't get all excited and start applauding because I don't think the Fed knows what they're doing. Okay? So I don't know if it's going to be a mild recession. I was on radio today in Kansas City where I'll be Thursday night for my breakthrough event. And the guy on the air said, "Look, Ken, what do you see?" I go, "I don't know," because we see these crazy indicators. Interest rates are up, expenses are up, but so are salary and wages. Unemployment's low. We got a weird economy right now, really weird. Well, it's not bad, but a mild recession shouldn't affect you. A major recession shouldn't affect you if you do three things. So I want to give those of you that are new, you're watching this show and you go, "Okay, what do we do, Ken?" Well, there's three things. So if I want to be recession proof, here's what I'm doing right now. I'm going to immediately cut my costs. I'm going to cut. I'm going to cut my household costs. That's what a good business will do. By the way, that's why Microsoft, Google, and Facebook and Salesforce have laid off all these people. That's why they did it. They're like, there could be a recession. We're going to cut the fat. Sorry, I'm not calling anybody laid off fat. You get my point. It's metaphorical, not an insult. But the second thing we got to do is we got to eliminate debt. Personally, let's eliminate debt. if I'm cutting my costs, eliminating debt and the cost with that. And then the third thing is I'm boosting my savings. I become recession proof. I tell you what, I never see at Ramsey Solutions when I co-host the Ramsey Show. I never see debt-free screamers right before they do their scream going, inflation's really got me down. They don't say it. Now, I didn't say inflation is happy for people like me and them. Like we're like, hey, woohoo! But the point is we're not depressed. We're not walking around freaking out, man, because we've got margin. And that's the point.